Which lens is the best lens to buy? I totally think that this question completely depends on what type of filming you're doing. Every single lens has its own specialties and strong suits, and depending on what you're filming, you're gonna want a different lens for it. Now, typically a great starter lens is just the 24-70 right here. This is just a variable zoom lens, and you can get wide stuff, you can get tight stuff, and it's really good if you're kind of in a pinch and don't have time to be switching lenses like crazy. So mostly run and gun stuff. If you're out filming clients in their kind of habitat or doing event coverage, the 24-70 is a great option for that because you don't have to worry about switching lenses and you can still get some really good shots with it. On that same type of realm, just as far as availability and running and gunning, I think that the 7200 is also a really good option a little further away. I typically use this if I'm on a construction site. You can't always get really close to what they're doing in the action, so this is kind of a good way to close that distance. Plus, this thing is sharp as a tack. Another great lens that I love using is the 14-24. Typically, we'll use this if we're doing like before pictures or after pictures in a construction project, or especially real estate. When you're doing those walkthroughs, the goal is to show more of the space, and this is just a great lens to do it. So whether it's a small room or a big room, this thing's got it covered. And then you kind of get to some of your prime lenses. For me personally, everybody loves the Nifty 50. That is one of my go-to interview lenses. That's actually what's on that camera right now. Another great lens that I like to use for interviews, depending on how big the space is, we actually have a 35 prime. This thing is so money. It looks amazing. You can build some beautiful sets around it. Really good. And then a lot of times for like a B cam, I'll actually run this 85 prime. Super sharp, but it's just a little closer, and it's just a good way to get a different angle on your subject. And then next up, kind of a more specialty lens, but I actually love this macro right here. Typically, I use that for getting detail shots of like food or product that people want to show. It gets every single detail. You can get very, very close to it. I use it a lot I've done it for insect photography. Really, it's an interesting lens. You can get some unique shots with it, but it's definitely not like one you absolutely have to have. So that's just how I use some of these lenses. You know, I kind of hope this helps, but yeah, if you were just buying a camera and just starting out, I think the 24-70 is probably your best bet for a first lens, that or the Nifty 50.